Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, I hope you will see something in the video that will motivate you, or perhaps you learn something and you will subscribe to my channel. And if you know anybody that needs to be inspired by a soon-to-be 72-year-old grandmother that has been gardening for 40 years, please share my video. It is Saturday, May 2nd, and it's currently 75 degrees, and we don't have any rain in the forecast. So I'm going to tackle this project. In my last short video, I asked you guys to give me some ideas of what I can plant after I harvest all the kale because we got too much rain, and it's been growing since September, so it's time to go. I'm going to replenish the soil with potting mix. And I decided to plant some onions. Some of you all had some really good ideas about growing lettuce and some other stuff for a salad, but I'm gonna show you why I don't need to do that. So the suggestion was to plant some lettuce, radish, herbs, things like that. And you can see I've got thyme over here and over here. I've got mint, I've got basil, rosemary. So I don't need any more herbs. And I've got lettuce right here, as I said. I've got lettuce here. I have dill. I have garlic chives. I've got arugula. So I don't really need anything else for salads. So I'm going to plant bunching onion seeds. Okay? Let's get started. I don't want to scare the butterfly away, but another reason why I didn't want to put any lettuce or herbs into the GreenStalks is because next month, this stuff will all start bolting, okay? So even though you had good ideas, and I thank you very much, I probably would put a few radishes in the lower levels of the GreenStalks. That butterfly beautiful. So you don't have to worry about things getting pollinated when you plant a lot of things to attract butterflies to your garden. Just a little pearl. Here are my long white bunching onion seeds. And I have already pulled up the kale, and I'm going to rake it up and make sure that the soil is not compacted. And then I'm going to add new potting mix so it can facilitate good drainage. And then I'll just put the seeds in there, and I'll come back in a few days when they sprout. And I'm going to do this to both of these bottom layer of the GreenStalks. And as you can see over here, I have onions growing in the bottom of this one and this one to repel insects, because you know I got a lot of tomatoes growing here, here, and over there. So I'm not going to prolong the video by having you watch me put the seeds in. I'm just going to put them in and cover them up about 1/4 to 1/2 inch of soil. Okay, I just want to show you that we've got Tiny Tim dwarf cherry tomatoes on these plants. I'm excited about it. And you guys know that I have basil and onions to repel hornworms that love to attack tomato plants. Guys, do you remember me telling you my Asiatic lilies were taking their time coming up, and I put a little flowers in here so they can compete for the nutrition? Now look at them. They're all the way to the top. That's something my grandmother taught me. Sometimes they got it so good, they want to take their time. Give them a little competition. Yep, just a few days later, look how much they've grown. I have 4 double knockout rose bushes. Here's the first one. There's one over there. And then I have 2 right over there. My experience with roses has taught me that you want to keep whiteflies and aphids off of them. And how I'm going to do that is by companion planting basil, which some is right here. But that is a Genevieve basil. It'll grow as tall as this bush. And so for that reason, I'm going to put a smaller height basil in all 4 of these containers, and I would do the seeds. And by the way, these are the seeds my sister sent me because when my Renaissance grandmother informed us that they had at Menards seeds for 9 cents. I called her and she sent me a lot of seeds. So this one doesn't grow as tall as the Genevieve basil. And I'm going to put some in all 4 pots. But this one, because I'm going to have to add soil to it, when I planted it last year, I was out of compost and soil. So you can see I have about this much room from the top that I'm going to add potting mix. And it's very important when you planting in containers, if you don't make up your own soil and you don't add vermiculite or perlite, get a potting mix that has it already in there. I used to make my own potting mix. I don't do that anymore because I can't be lifting up those heavy bags. As you can see, I went to dialysis today. I'm feeling really good. The treatments of my body is tolerating them very well. And while I'm here, because I just saw this, if you want your roses to keep blooming, always pinch off the buds. That signals to the roots it's time to produce another one. Because I deadheaded these yesterday. And look, I'm going to show you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I can stop counting. 8. It's all over here. Buds all over. You can see this one is getting ready to open up. Now, I don't want to mislead anybody. I'm not saying because I deadheaded the roses yesterday that these buds appeared overnight. I deadhead whenever I see a dead flower. Remember, deadhead your roses, and actually that rule applies to any type of flower. Now, the reason why you don't see a lot of blooms on these flowers is because we've been getting a lot of rain. It's been washing them away. But you can see new growth. When you see those burgundy color leaves, especially right over here, wow, we're going to get a whole lot of roses in the weeks to come. All right, so I'm just going to come back. I'm going to fill this all the way up to about right here with new potting mix. And then I'm going to transplant my basil. And the reason why I'm going to go ahead on and use this basil is because I'm going to harvest it early because it's going to start bolting. Okay? And then I'll put the seeds in all the other containers and I'll be back. And I'm also going to plant some green onions. The onions and the basil will repel the whiteflies and the aphids that like roses. At least in my area, that's the only thing I have to worry about. So we're going to put these in here as well. One more thing I need to tell you guys along with the onions, I am varying some banana peels and I'm going to water it with used coffee grounds and banana peels. You can see how I've scooped out the little basil plants right here. Let's put one over here where I've added a lot of soil to it. Can you see it? There we go. Thank you all so much for watching this video. I love you, and God loves you too. Bye now.